So, Alicia, I hope I answered your question already about whether to expect another book of poetry, which the answer to which is yes. In fact, this year I just got a grant from the Canada Council to finish my third book of poetry. I had to write a proposal that describes the project and show them some work um, of the project in progress before they would decide whether or not to give me a little bit of money to help buy some time to write that. And yeah, so I just got that. Wasn't able to apply for those kinds of grants while I was working on my PhD. And so that book right now is tentatively titled Sentient Mental Flower Book. And the overall premise is that people are like plants and that plants are like people. And it comes out of some of the research that I've been doing in my PhD. And I look at, in my research, I look at like scientific ways in which plants are said to be like people or characterized as like people. And then I look at literature that has characterized people as plants. So that's where I start. And then, as far as my own poetry goes, I use my imagination and explore my own feelings about plants, or I let plants represent my feelings. And so that book is still taking shape. Um, as far as a muse, that is such a good question. Uh, I guess I don't really know what inspires me. I just, I know that certain ideas don't let me go. And then I really want to see some project made out of those ideas that are floating around in my head. So once something gets in there and sticks, then I need to satisfy that desire to get stuff out of my head. And then it's also I also sort of feel like a host, and not like a parasitic host, but like what I'm doing with poetry is inviting you into my thought process, or inviting you as intimately as I possibly can into some parts of my thought process where some of the freest creativity I think in the world is possible. Like, if you think about what can actually go on in your head, that's like you're totally free, right? You can pretty much put any word next to any word, or you can imagine any shape. Like, you can imagine a person, and then if you want to imagine them with like 6 arms on them, you can do that. If you want to turn them blue, you can do that. If you want to like put a fishtail on them, you can do that. Like, in your mind, you're free. So I guess I sort of see my work as where I'd like to take you if you visited me inside the genie bottle here, inside my kabush.